start off with reception. Man. Reception was absolutely horrible. And I'm not gonna hold you. I thought if I thought reception was gonna, if I thought basic training was gonna be anything like reception, I probably would have left for like the first week. But the bathrooms are disgusting, bro. Bathrooms are disgusting. The bathroom disgusting. The barracks look old, like they old as hell. It's mold, everything like that, bro. It's a very dirty, disgusting place. But I'm gonna explain more in depth in another video about reception, like real. I'm really gonna go in on that. After reception, that lasts about 4 days, well, 3.5 days. Day 0, I watch a lot of videos about people basic training experiences, right? And everybody always do the little, they get off the bus, they be like, the drill sergeants come in and be like, get the F off, all that stuff like that. My mind, I'm already prepped mentally for that experience to happen. Like, I'm expected to put my head in my duffel bag. You know what I'm saying? Not supposed to look, all that stuff. Not gonna quiet the bus. The bus gonna be mad quiet, all that stuff. So I'm mentally already prepared for that to happen. You feel me? So we get on the bus. They ain't say nothing about put our heads. They say just don't talk. Like, just be quiet. It's like early in the morning too, though. So it's still kind of dark a little bit. We driving, and whatever. And I see one little station, but I didn't know companies and nothing like that. I didn't know anything about company stuff. So I see this one spot where it got like 9 drill sergeants sitting right there. Okay, we drove right by them. I'm like, okay, good, all right, bet. We drive to this one spot. It's like 2 drill sergeants. That's actually where my company was at, Seco, Charlie Company. So it's like a little turf spot. All of a sudden, like, I'm looking. There's no drill sergeants right there. It's none. Like, it's done. I just see like people kind of from a distance, kind of just hanging out like civilians. They look like civilians to me. They're sitting at the with a turf at. All of a sudden, they open the door. So I'm already about to get my bag, already ready to go. Like, already here, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I hear everybody front load your gear and single file off the bus. I was like, what? I was expecting that. I was expecting to get yelled at. We all get off the bus, and then after we get off, then they say double time. So we run, and then that's when they start making our platoons and stuff like that, like calling us out. Okay, cool. So we finally meet our drill sergeant, the senior, and our regular drill sergeant, or whatever. Not senior, junior, and our regular drill sergeant. We had 2 of them at the time. We got 3 in total, but we got 2 at the current moment. So all we did the first time was like, all right, they saw this little the stack of like, you know, like ammo, water jugs, and a whole bunch of other little crates and stuff like that. They told us to run over there, double time over there, and we're gonna do like the memorization game where you gotta memorize where everything is placed at. You gotta take it and carry it and then put it back, and then you can't do it. You gotta do it until you get it right. So I'm like, okay, I know about this. Okay, cool. So I'm ready for it. So we get there. They say we got 25 seconds to memorize everything. So we kind of figure it out, you know. But everybody kind of like individuals, so they ain't really like trying to work together and stuff. They all trying to be Superman, trying to impress DS and stuff like that. So I grabbed 2 ammo cans. I'm thinking like we ain't about to do nothing crazy. We about to just pick it up, move it real quick, and then put it back. So all of a sudden, the senior drill sergeant was like, "Follow me." So all of a sudden he started running. So I see a stop sign. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, we're gonna run to the stop sign, or we're gonna run to this one point right at the end of the curve and just run back and put it. So I'm like, okay, we run. I'm like, wait, why are we still running? So I'm thinking in my head, okay, we going to the stop sign. Okay, we gonna stop and come back. No, we kept running. I'm thinking about here to the left, we gonna run this 1 lap and then we gonna go. So we ran all the way to the CT, which pretty much where we gonna be laying our heads at. So my mind is like, I'm carrying these 2 ammo cans like this, running. Then all of a sudden, people got their wheels like broken real quick. Once we got on that main street and started running, everybody started falling out. That's when like they kind of get people now because your mind ain't thinking right. You might have to memorize where to put yourself at. Now it's everything out the window at this point. Things don't seem as far because you don't know where you're going to though. So we get there, we fail. But the weird thing about it, like, we never got smoked for it. So after that, so day 0, all we did pretty much on that factor was like, you know, this learn how to do about faces, learn about certain punishments, and how Charlie did they thing is like they won't do a corrective action unless they taught it to you. So that's why they didn't smoke us, because they didn't teach about face, half right face, or none of that stuff, or front lean reposition, or none of that stuff. They ain't tell us about how to do none of that stuff. Then once we learn it, that's when they did the corrective actions on us. So we get to pretty much that. Day 0 was only 3 days, from Friday all the way to Sunday. It wasn't that bad, and Sunday was like our chill day, so we kind of really didn't do nothing. That was the time that we actually had time to put up our stuffs and everything, like hang everything up. They taught us how to make our beds and all that stuff like that. Then Monday hit, yellow phase. Yellow phase is pretty much just, you know, paperwork. We did red phase, so some stuff we did off the gate. We did our 101, pretty much an acft in a sense. Well, we kind of got evaluated on how we did. Good, I got a 546 on my first one. We did the hammer. The hammer was cool. It was freezing. Actually, I'll take that back. I don't know why I said it's cool. The hammer was freezing, literally. And it's funny because I think the hammer, in my eyes, was actually the worst experience than any other ruck that we did than the anvil, because we only walked, no lie, we only walked 2.7 miles. So it was like 20 degrees, and we had so many people fall out from the hammer getting there that we actually took a bus back. We got our squads. We also learned formations and stuff like that, and then we got into our squad. We ended up going straight to the obstacle course, where we ended up doing like all the little cool like rope stuff, and then we did the wall stuff. They get on the composites course on the little balance beam to get to the monkey bars. They're not even standing up, like, and you be looking like, and some of them be riggers. And the funny thing about it, a lot of them were riggers too, though. Like the riggers are pretty much people that fix the parachutes. So imagine, you scared to jump out a plane. You want to jump out a plane, but you don't want to get on a balance beam that's like 12 feet high. We end up racing all the other platoon and stuff. We came in second. Technically, I know we say we won the obstacle, but we came in second. But the first third platoon ended up getting disqualified for improperly hoisting up the chicks up the wrong way, the inappropriate way. So they ended up getting DQ'd. We did fit to win, and we smoked everybody. Other stuff, Victory Tower was cool. It's kind of good, like, you know what I'm saying, you overcome your fears and stuff like that. Red phase as well too. With CCOs and stuff like that. So we had a pre-call and call. It's funny because when I grouped with CCOs, I was terrible. I could not group a CCO at all. Like, it was horrible. But when we did qualifying pre-qual, I shot a 34. We even got the buoy. This is when we finally switched to white phase. When I say we have 118 people in Charlie, like, no lie, only 48 people qualified for buoys. I was terrible at grouping 0 for CCOs, and shot well at qual and pre-qual for CCOs. I grouped 0 in buoys pretty easy, but when we do pre-qual, like, I didn't qual at all. Or no, I got 21. So the next day, it started raining. When I say weapons were malfunctioning like crazy. I had six iterations. 4 of my iterations, double feed. And my last one I did, my bolt wouldn't ride forward, so I couldn't chamber around. Even if I did remedial action, where pretty much this, try to put the weapon on safe, you drop the mag, and then you pretty much do a 3-point inspection, try to dump the round out. I couldn't even do that. Like, it was that bad. Like, it was that bad, though. I know anvil, it was kind of more of the same. Our stuff was kind of light, like kind of chill. Like, it was a lot of arguing in anvil. I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot of arguing in anvil. We had a lot of issues in anvil. Far as like people getting smoked and everything, it was funny because my platoon as well too, we got smoked, not that much, but we always got yelled at in front of everybody. So it seemed like we got smoked more than we also actually did. But like, we really didn't get smoked like that, to be honest. Like, a lot of other companies got smoked a lot. The grenades were fun. When we did grenade, we did a grenades or whatever. I was kind of disappointed because when we did grenades or whatever, we only threw one of them. I was like, why we only throw one grenade? Then we went to the main one. It's like a little stadium that they go to or whatever. But like, if it's something like if they get 2 duds or something like that, they gotta stop throwing grenades or whatever for some reason. So we only threw one. I threw mine in probably like 5 rounds after I went. It was 2 duds in there, so they had to evacuate and clear all those duds out or whatever they had to do, like for like a 50-minute, like an hour delay or whatever. And then once they cleared out the duds, then they brought everybody back. Then after we did grenades or whatever, we had a ruck back to do CTFT, where we pretty much fired like pretty much not blanks, but plastic, I think like rubber or plastic rounds or something. I forgot what it was. But it was horrible too because like they gave us these little stupid masks or whatever that you can barely see out of. Like, it's horrible. Like, you can't see nothing out of the mask or whatever. So you trying to shoot, bam, bam, bam. One, the weapon's always jamming. Then you can't see because when you breathing, they give you this little mask thing, and you breathe up, the glasses, your goggles are getting foggy, so you can't see nothing. Omaha was like interesting, where you pretty much run teams run teams, and y'all pretty much gotta help return fire, cover each other, and advance until till you see the enemy, throw a grenade and all that stuff like that. That was fun. Yeah, we did the anvil. 2 days later we did the next day we did the acft. Then 2 days later we did the forge. Bam, that's like how it went. So after we did the ACT, we smoked that. Like a lot of people, everybody passed on that one. I got a 577 on that. We got land nav too. We did land nav on anvil too though. We did a land nav too. Land nav was cool. It was kind of, we got all our 6 points on the land nav. Get to the forge, it was horrible. As soon as we get there, we set up our little spot, all that good stuff. Did our little base and stuff like that. Dug our little holes, all that good stuff. Got to nighttime. We did Nick at. Oh, they got like 7. It was like 5 o'clock. We did Nick at night. Nick at night. We hitting the low crawls, all that stuff, man. Running, all that crazy stuff. Then we got to do this long, like probably like to football fields worth of low crawling, machines gun firing, peeping your face. I got kicked in the nose. After that, we ended up doing a few other activities as well too. Like we did actual learn how to fleet. Did scenarios. We did op missions where we pretty much get opposition. They shoot at us, whatever. We got to do our little fleets or whatever, flanking and stuff like that. Or recon missions and stuff like that. That was fun. Then once we walked back or whatever, once we finished all that stuff, we packed up. But the craziest part when we did our the forge is that we had to ruck back, which is not really like good. Like it was like 12 some miles. I ain't gonna lie, to the soldier ceremony. So we walked to a certain point where we did Nick at night, but we rested right there from I think it was like 10. I'm gonna say 10 p.m. for y'all. I ain't gonna say military time to midnight. So, no, 9. It was like 9 p.m. to midnight. I'm not gonna say military time. I'm just gonna be for y'all to hear it. So literally, it was already cold. So we outside. It's fucking freezing, bro. Like. So by the time we woke up at midnight, take sleep, whatever, cause we couldn't get no sleep from the forge, literally because like the first lieutenant had lost a grenade, one of the grenades or one of the little bombs or whatever. So they had to look for it. So we couldn't get no sleep. We had to find it. We can get no sleep, so we had to sleep there. So it's freezing. We gotta use our tarps and everything. And if you had a little bit of space or whatever, your feet really froze. So when it's time to walk, you walking on needles and stuff like that, man. Your feet are dying, and like, but the thing about it is the only good motivation, like you going home, you finished with everything, and that matters. And literally, you're a soldier. So that's pretty much, and you pretty much go home. That's pretty much motivated. Like, so you ain't stopping. You just gonna I just kept my head down, chugging along, all that stuff like that. So they pretty much told you about the history, about United States military, all that stuff, man. We got nothing on. Everybody in that thing shaking like crazy. Put our hat on, let's go. Like, but literally, as soon as we put our hats on and stuff like that, we ran to the bus. We missed our bus, like the bus to get into, because we were taking too long. So we had to sit outside even longer. By the time we get outside, by the time we get to our bus, we gotta pack out. Then we gotta unload. Then we end up having to leave that same day to go on block leave. The same day on forge. So we left that same exact day. We ate all that stuff, and they sent us out. I didn't get to the airport till like 4 o'clock in the morning the next day, because we had to do accountability, transfer us up to one spot to another point to go to the airport, then the airport to the small little room at, I think it's USOS or something like that. Room small, about 50 people in a little small room and stuff like that. It was horrible. But overall, like, that was my experience in basic training. I think I learned a lot about myself and my resiliency and be able to be more patient. Also learning from a lot of my you say trainees, or pretty much my platoon, stuff like that. Like, I learned a lot. Was able to gain some experience. Some people that you'll be in the military, you'll be amazed on like who can put inside of you. Like, everybody, all different ages and everything, different life experiences. Like, I would say one thing: don't come in there closed-minded. Like, be open-minded. Don't be like, okay, because they 18 or they 47, you need to give one person more credit than the other. Nah, like, the 18-year-old got this much experience as someone 35 with their life and stuff like that. So don't overlook on people. Like, it's some crazy people in there, but also some really good people in there in the military. So hope you guys liked the video. My basic training experience, man. Hit the comment, like, subscribe button, and I'm out. Gone.